Hey guys, it's Ant from Outsider. Sorry I haven't seen much of me for a while. It's been a bit hectic with the ground care business, with the sun shining. It's been really busy, and we were supposed to do our last video from Dovey Bike Park, which was about a month ago now. But I decided not to post anything because unfortunately one of the guys came off and hurt himself quite bad. Yeah, so it didn't really seem right to do the video from there, even though, you know, we did a few runs and it is great and we look forward to going back. Had a great couple of nights stay at the George Borrow Hotel. Oh, excuse me, a bit out of breath just walking up this hill. Which is just outside Aberystwyth. It's about 45 minutes from Dovey, but if you're heading that direction, I recommend it. It's great. So finally we're out for a walk in some sunshine, just outside of Talybont-on-usk. Beautiful reservoir just behind me here now, where I've just parked up, and I'm just starting to walk up the hill. Got about a 15-mile hike today around this, if you can see this here, around this edge, all around the reservoir basically, and back down to where the car is parked on there. Yeah, so I'm puffing a bit. I haven't done much for a while. Anyway, we'll get going, and I'll talk some more in a bit when I've got a bit more puff, hopefully. Cheers. Now it's a brutal start, straight up out of the reservoir. I mean, I can't even see it now, but I did veer off the route I wanted to follow, so I had to retrace my steps, because what we don't want to be doing is walking over areas that aren't already an obvious footpath, because there's protected bogs and heathers and lichens around, so we need to be respectful of that. So you've just got to retrace your steps rather than taking a shortcut across and damaging more flora and fauna and any wildlife that's living in it. But this is glorious though. Yeah, so the reservoir somewhere in between me and the mountain opposite. See the sugar loaf over there. We were up there with the children earlier in the year. I think Hay on Wye's probably over that direction. Anyway, glorious. So far, so good. Now let's just walk along the flat a little bit before we take on that path up there. Hope you can see it. And we're going to go up there. I'm presuming we're going to walk along the ridge and back down to the reservoir, which hopefully you can just see down there now. Oh, what a glorious day for it. Plenty of suntan lotion on, of course, but the one thing I have forgot is my insect repellent, and I'm paying the price for that a bit, so good tip. If you can get one of those 2-in-1s that's got the sunscreen and the insect repellent in it, definitely do that. I should not forget next time. So just what's Outsider been up to the last month or so. So we've been busy networking and promoting what's trending at the moment. So what is trending? Sustainable accommodation, massive thing at the moment, of course, and right at the heart of Outsider, alongside our dream to just let everybody do what they want to do and not what somebody else wants you to do, because it's your life. Yeah, so we've been talking with some lovely people in Chile and in Cambodia and in oh Jesus, what was the other place? Anyway, lots of sustainable accommodation. Oh, Iceland was one, yeah, that's great. Yeah, and they're all kind of adventure hotels as well, so their dream is pretty much the same as ours, to get people out doing what they want to do, living their dreams and getting away from the fly and flop holidays, which I think more people are getting out on adventure now after the pandemic, so that's great. Yeah, so that's what we've been doing. Hopefully be teaming up with some other sustainable companies soon and helping them with their travel arrangements and keeping them true to their dreams as well. And don't forget, you know, when you book with us, we do pledge to give £10 to Forestry England, which will help sponsor 1 square metre of forestry land to maintain, with tree planting and etc, and just generally maintaining a healthy forest. So we're really proud of that. So make sure you book with us. Right, we're about to start this ascent, I think. So I'm going to turn off and catch my breath a bit before we start going up there, because it looks brutal. Anyway, we'll speak at the top. Summiting. That was brutal. It was as brutal as it looks, I can't lie. Somebody's obviously gone to great pains to build a path up here, so use it. Oh. This was marked as a difficult walk on the OS map app, and they weren't lying. It was brutal, that was. But what a view. Check this out. Glorious. There's a reservoir down there. Sugarloaf again. Tumper. Oh, it could be Langorse Lake, but I'm not sure. No, probably not. Oh, stunning. Absolutely stunning. Get outsider. Way time. We are going to give one lucky winner a outsider hoodie, an outsider t-shirt, an outsider buff and an outsider mug. If you haven't seen any of this merchandise, scroll through my Instagram posts and you will see it. You can choose your own colour, you can choose your own size, and all you've got to do is go onto the website www.outsider.com and subscribe. That's it. We're going to run it for the rest of the month. The boys and I are off to Morzine on the 7th of July, so that weekend, probably the Saturday, which I think is probably the 9th, we will do the draw live on Instagram. So subscribe to Outsider, www.outsider.com. That's all you've got to do, and we'll pick one lucky winner out. When you subscribe to Outsider, what you'll be receiving in your inbox is our blogs, telling you about what's trending now, what sustainable hotels we're using, you know, what mountain bikes we're riding, what kit we're using, and all that jazz. So, you know, worthwhile subscribing. Just one blog a month, so we're not going to pummel you with loads of stuff. So get on there, outsider.com, sign up, win yourself some goodies. I'll try and put some pictures up at the end of this video of the merchandise that we've already got and running. It's real good quality stuff. It's all made by Forest Apparel in Lydney, our good friends. Great clothing, it's 100% cotton, top quality stuff. So yeah, a great prize to win. So get and subscribe. Get outside. We just come to a trig point. It hasn't got a name on it, I don't think. It's got a load of graffiti on it, unfortunately, but no name exactly. So perhaps when we get back, we'll be able to have a look on our map, see exactly where we are. Oh, it's been awesome so far. We were over there last bit of filming. If you can see that path coming down there, we've just come down there. Been along that ridge there. The reservoir we started from is there. And we're going to carry on along this path here, dropping down through the wood and then back to the car. Awesome. So just take a minute now quickly, just have a look at the kit bag I'm carrying today. We're completely overpacked because one, you've got to be prepared, haven't you? The weather's great, the forecast was great, but you know, I've put my waterproofs in just in case. I've got my stove with me, I've got a first aid kit with me, I've got a head torch with me. There's a great phone signal up here actually, which is great if anything should go wrong, because I am on my own. I have let somebody know where I am, of course. The wife knows where I am, and she is able to track me via the Find My app on the phone, which is great, you know, as long as there's some signal, which, you know, it is getting better out in these remote areas. So that's fantastic. So onto the pack. I bought this recently from the guys at Trek It in Hereford. This is the Osprey Stratos 24. First time out with it. It's got great airflow, as you can see here. It's fully adjustable, so you can get it to fit your size and shape. It's got loads of little handy pockets on the belt there, so you've got quick access to anything quick you need, like your water and stuff, and bigger pockets on the side for any other bigger water bottles or anything you might like. So In this front pocket here, I've got a bit of first aid stuff. I've had to take it out the other bag because it didn't quite fit. So just a bit of emergency stuff for me, and of course if I come across anybody else who's in a bit of trouble, and we can try and help them out a little bit. I've got to put it on my list actually to do a refresher of my first aid course. I haven't done one for a while, so that'll be good. Let me just put the camera down a minute so I can open the pockets up a bit better. I hope you can see me all right. So one of the selling points for this for me, apart from the obvious ventilation going through here, was the fact that I can put my bladder in it, which is taken out of my camel pack, which I use for mountain biking, and I've stuck that inside here, which is great. Got a bit of milk for a cup of tea. My good lady wife has made me some sandwiches, so brilliant. I've got my jet boil as well, which I'm going to fire up in a minute. I haven't used this yet, so I'm going to make myself a cup of tea. That's just a way of boiling water. You could put dehydrated food and make that up if you're out for a bit longer. I had a hearty breakfast this morning, so should be okay with my couple of rolls that the good lady's made me. I'm not going to drag it all out, but I've got what's the lid for the jet boil? I've got all my waterproofs in here, like I say, and I've got waterproof trousers. I've got another pair of regular trousers, waterproof trousers, my waterproof coat, and a mid layer, just in case I do get stuck, or if the weather did come in, or if I was to hurt myself, then at least I can keep myself warm. It is warm today. I don't know what the temperature is, but it can get, we're quite high up here. Let's just go back to the watch a minute. Yeah, 2,060 feet up, so we are quite high up, so it can be a lot colder than what it is down on the floor. But yeah, there's my my bladder in there. Still got 1.5 litres of water in there. That's great, so I can take water out of there and make myself a cup of tea, or put it with my dehydrated meal if I had one. I've also got my head torch in here. Again, it's a bit over the top for today, but you can't be too over prepared. But yeah, I'm real pleased with the pack so far. 24 litres. It's got a rain cover tucked away in the bottom there. I'm not going to get that out, but yeah, if you're out in the elements, so you can just cover it up so your kit doesn't get dry. Plenty of elasticated hanging points, pockets. Yeah, real pleased with it. I've got quite a bit of kit in there, so it's more than enough for a day's hiking. And I've over prepared, and I wanted to get used to carrying the weight because I'm doing 3 peaks in a couple of weeks. 3 peaks in a couple of weeks. So yeah, this is pretty much what I'm going to be carrying for that as well, so it's good to have a bit of practice on that. Cool, right, I'll switch it off for a minute, and we'll fire up the jet boil and see if we can get a cup of tea going. We'll go, and you can probably hear it. It's got a little bit of water in there, just have a cup of tea. Quite simple to pull this out, turn it in the direction of the plus sign, and push the little electric igniter on the side, and off he goes. It's a left-hand thread though when you screw the gas canister on. Bossed in. Cup of tea in a minute. Just getting back towards the car now. Fantastic hike. 12.78 miles, 4 hours 40 minutes. Brilliant. Yeah, I've used the Ordnance Survey map just as a bit of a guide for me. I mean, most of the paths are quite obvious, but I did use it. It just gives you a rough guide and gives you a bit of peace of mind as well when you're not really sure where you are, where you're going. Which is great. It just let me down on the last few bits there. I followed it, and it started taking me back up the hill, and I should have just followed my instincts and dropped down left towards the reservoir. But there we are. Turn around a little bit, come back, and all is good. So yeah, fantastic walk. I'll try and do a little bit of a tutorial on the OS app soon. It's pretty straightforward, but I'll just do it anyway. Anything you guys want me to talk about, kit, parts of the world, let me know. Put it in the comments. Don't forget, like, subscribe, and get outsider. Cheers guys.